Hello, I'm going to present about some implementation details, a demo, and some considerations about the implementation. So, we're gonna start off by discussing, presenting state management system we've used. So, we are using the React Native context system where we keep our state. So, I'm just gonna show you how we create the state. We create the state here. So the context is like having a global store that is accessible by the whole app wherever it is imported. So we can create the context and push some initial values right here. And here in the app.js, our main component, we provide the login context. So when we go to the login.js, we import and use the login context. And when we have successfully logged in, we can set the user state to the user which we've just successfully logged in. So, and the login context is used wherever, like in the settings, where we again import it, and then based on if the user is logged in or not, we can display a logout button or a login button. And with the logout button, we also display the user's birthday and such. So we've also used persistent storage as we saw in the login. We store it here. Let me just go to the file, the storage.js. We use the React Native async storage where we store JSON values such that upon starting the app we can use the user effect hook to access the user state once, and if there's previously user state has previously been saved, then we will load it in again. So that's how we handle the persistent storage. We also use the flat list. If I just go to the home is is here where we see our different wish lists. So we use a flat list to represent our wishlist cards. The flat list is nice to use because it only renders the contents that's on screen. So if a user has like 100 wishlists, we only need to render the device only needs to render the cards that are on screen. So it saves some memory from not keeping all of those renders in. Yeah, and we have also integrated with a backend that we created. So here we use the fetch call. Um, here we see the login. So we use our fetch call here. So we get the fetch uses get by default. So we get the user with the input with the email that the user input, and then we receive different data about the user, name, user ID, date of birth, logged in email. So, and we also integrate in the home here, where we see that we get a wish list. We get each wish list, get all the user's wish lists, and then we get the wishes of that each wish list to display these photos. So now it's demo time. So I can log in to the app here to see what I have stored on our server. Here I can view my information. Note that the button is gray. And now I've changed something, the button's green, and I can submit and save my changes. Such that when I log in on another device, I can see that my name has changed. So, I can view my wishlist. In this modal view, I can change my wishlist. I can add another wishlist. And here I can view my wishes. So here I can view one wish and edit it if I want. So I can call it, I really want to call it Pearl Scale here and apply my changes. So, and the changes have been applied. I can also add another wish here. A mesh is like that here, and our picture link. And I can note that it was manufactured by Hario. Add wish to the wish list. Here I can see my mesh. I can also delete it here. If I just refresh, you see that it's gone. Like that. I can view my shared wish list. It has not been implemented yet, however. And I can also, here I can see what is recommended for me to add to my wish list. This has not been implemented yet either, but I would want to press the plus sign and add it to my wish list here. You see that the share button disappears as we want to interact with the plus sign when we're done here. If I want to share the wishlist, I can click the share button and copy a link to share. I can also copy a link to edit. This has not been integrated with the backend either. So I also have some considerations about the state of the implementation. We are lacking in sharing and viewing the shared wishlists and signing up through the app. And we are also missing the deletion of a wishlist inside of the app, as well as with the suggestions. So we want to improve this if we were to keep on developing this app.